Just because Coach Prime is building his team differently than anything we've seen before doesn't mean he's doing it wrong. It's just we don't know how it's going to work, right? I think we don't have enough evidence. We don't have enough of historical context to see if what he's doing is right. And so therefore, a lot of people are going to wait to formulate their opinion until it translates to wins on the field. That's just how it is. And that's not a knock on Coach Prime. Coach Prime is Coach Prime. He's prime time. Like this is how he's lived his life. So I think just because Coach Prime is doing things differently, it doesn't mean we're not supporting him in his difference. All it means is that he's doing things we haven't seen before, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, it will take people time to figure out if we like it, to figure out if it's going to work. Because here's the thing. If what he's doing works, and if what he's doing is going to be the new wave of college football and the new things that are happening in college football, good for him. He's implemented something new. Great. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we tried, right? So my biggest thing is I think sometimes we get confused on different being wrong, and different isn't wrong. It's just different. And when somebody does something different, we don't know how to react. So just because Coach Prime is different, it doesn't make him wrong. It just means that we're trying to figure out what it means, because we don't know. We don't know what it's going to translate to. As a Colorado fan, I hope it translates to wins. I hope it translates to All-Americans. I hope it translates to playoffs. I hope it translates to more players in the NFL. I hope all of those things, right? I think that's his goal too. However, we just haven't seen it. And what we have seen was a team that was 1-11 go from 1-11 to 4-8 using this same theory. So we just don't know what to expect. One of the things that I've realized when I've taken a step back and really thought about why people could be thinking the way they were thinking is, for me, when I look at a program, I look at progression, and I try to figure out ways that they can do things differently than they did before. So for me, I totally understand the argument that Coach Prime got to Colorado late last year, and because he got to Colorado late last year, he got a late start on recruiting, and that impacted the people coming into the team. I totally get that, and I actually agree with that. And so that's why this year, next year, I'm really excited to see how the people he got in change the team, because last year, and he's come out and said he wasn't able to get starters. He actually got people that weren't playing. And so this year, the formula is a little different, right? Now we're getting transfers that are better, and that he picked, and that he's been able to watch for a whole year, knowing that he was going to have this transfer portal window open. And so it gives us a better assessment. However, just because it gives us a better assessment, we cannot forget about 4-8, because 4-8 is where we're starting with this. So if we're starting at 4-8, and I saw what happened at 4-8, what I'm looking to see that things will get different or be better is different verbiage, different conversation, different things. And so far, last year I was told there's going to be, we got a lot of dogs coming in, dogs, leaders, we're going to be great. And then in the season, we saw what happened. And then in interviews, Shador's like, oh, we don't really have dogs. So it's kind of like, okay, so now when you say that we have dogs, are we supposed to believe you? Because last year we thought we had dogs. So that is why there's so much confusion, is because the messaging is the same of what we heard a year ago. We just haven't seen it on the field. So if you're somebody that's watching this and you want to try to understand why certain people, even maybe myself included, are kind of like, well, wait a second, let's see what's going to happen. We hope the best. We hope that this goes really well. We just don't know. And because we don't know, it's the same. We're using the same language. The language hasn't changed. Nothing has changed except the day on the year, right? And we hope the players have changed. A little bit more context as to why some of us are just a little bit concerned, and some of us haven't 100% brought into like Big 12 championship, we're going 12-0 and all these things, is because there's so many different factors that we have to see. Because last year we had expectations, those expectations weren't met. So now this year, the definition of crazy is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Here we are again. We're hoping it's better. I want to believe it's going to be better. I want to believe that the difference that Coach Prime is implemented in college football is really going to help, and we're going to see that in wins and losses. And that's what I'm waiting for. And once he proves that it works, and once I see it in the wins and losses, hey, we're all good. But until then, I'm going to be a little bit skeptical until it appears in wins and losses. That's it. I don't think that that's a bad thing. I don't think that it's bad that as a fan, I have expectations from the leader of the fan base, and the leader of the fan base is Coach Prime, and I do have expectations of him. So if you don't like that I have expectations of Coach Prime, I don't know what to tell you, but I think if I ever was able to talk to Coach Prime and I said, hey, I have expectations of you and I have expectations of your football team, I don't think he would mind that I have expectations. I think he's that guy. You can't be great and not want people to have expectations of you. So anyways, now I'm ranting, but I just came on here to give a little bit of context that yes, Coach Prime is doing things different. There's nothing wrong with doing things differently. It's just when you do things differently, you're going to get graded in a way that's been different, and that is okay, and he should accept that challenge. It is what it is. We're here to hope that he wins football games, and I hope that he wins all the games this year because I'm cheering for him.